Hey guys, this is Rebecca Taylor with Vivid Artistic Hair Design. I am here today with Sarah. She is my lovely model for the technique that I am going to try to work on and perfect. It's not something that I've ever actually done before. I'm calling it Fragments. It's not pixel, it's not block coloring, it's not typical highlights, it's not my sand art or chameleon color where the entire head is colored. It's going to be fragmented color, and I'm going to end up pretty much showing you guys how I do it every step of the way. I want to get really good at it so I'm able to educate when I do my classes. So Sarah found me, or I found Sarah. She's followed me for a while on social media, and so I casted needing a model, and she was a saint and lifted her hair up to the level we need for the project. However, it's just a little bit sad right now, a little bit compromised.
It's mad at me.
It's pissed off. Let's just call it what it is. It's fucking angry is what it is. But with the help of good old Olaplex, our friend Olaplex, and some TLC and a nice healthy cut, we're going to make sure that we're able to do what we need to do with the color and also bring it back into the realm of healthy, happy hair. So that's what we're doing today. I wish you guys could feel it and actually feel the texture. I mean, you can kind of tell by me going like this. Hair shouldn't typically stand up straight.
Not at all.
Typically healthy hair would kind of have some bend to it, but hers is quite erect when you hold it up right now. I've got a little bit of, talking to Guy Tang and having him be my best friend, I can't help but to work words like erect into my consultation or the intro to my video. But we're going to get started. The very first thing I'm going to do is give her a shadow root with Kenra 8 SM with 10 volume. So I'm going to go in and just basically do like a root touch up, creating a shadow root. And then I'm going to use, I think I ended up mixing Redken shades, 1 part 9T to 1 part 9B, and so it's going to be a really sheer silvery platinum. And then I'm also going to go in and add a halo all around the perimeter of the 8SM. So with the haircut we're going to do, it's going to look like basically like a shadow halo, and so the colors will fall on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it and start applying, and then we'll go from there. First thing I'm going to want to do to prepare Sarah's hair, like I said, she's already pre-lightened for me. You can see a little bit of brassiness and a little bit of spottiness in the back when I separate the hair like that. So I'm also going to combat and get rid of that by doing what I'm doing. But I have the Kenra SM, and I already have it sectioned into 4s. I prepared it by outlining the quad or the 4 sections. So I'm going to go through, like I'm basically doing a root touch-up. I'm making sure not to make it like a really hard linear line when I apply section to section, because I want it to look really organic, like it grew out that way. I think if you melt a shadow root, instead of making every little section come down the same amount of silver, I think it looks a little bit more organic. And I'm taking a piece of foil right there, putting it on the top of the hair, because I don't want to contaminate, for lack of a better word, I don't want to contaminate all that rest of the blonde with this SM formula. So I have that piece of foil there to lay the sections on as I work down. So basically just creating a silver shadow root, and then after I've applied that and it's been on, I'm going to tone with the Redken 9T 9B. So those are the colors in the bowl that I'm going to be using, and you're going to see right there in the side-by-side, that's the pattern or one of the patterns as I move through the head that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the MB Mesh, and also they're from our foil. So I have tons of products and tools that I use, and those are just some of them. So I have some locked in that I'm using. You see the yellow is locked in, the green is locked in. They're all custom mixed. And a little tip, if you want to actually see the true tone of the Pravana locked in, you add a little bit of clear to it. It actually makes it more visible or obvious. You don't add so much clear that it changes the performance of it, but you just add a little bit and you can see what's happening in the bowl, so it's not super translucent. So I'm just going through, starting from the bottom, working my way up towards the top, using the mesh, the MB Mesh at first, to isolate my sections and give me a platform to paint on. And you'll see in the video, I'm wanting to hold it really super taut and have a really flat surface for me to work on, because what I need to do is pretty precise and it's very linear. So in this section, or with this section, I have one of the formulas, which is the Pravana Locked In with a little bit of clear. And I'm painting on, making sure not to grab too much of the hair below it or above it with the brush. So you gotta kind of tap it a little bit to work it in, and then you can just perfect your line, or the fact that it's like a linear horizontal strip. And then the next color I'm going to use, you can see the green, and it's you guys' interpretation, whatever you want, but I'm just creating lines in the hair, which are going to end up looking like fragmented color, which is why I call this Fragments. So it's just up to you what color combinations that you used. You can see there I have the blue actually touching the coral. Sometimes, like in the last section, it would be a color, and then that silver, and then another color. And you can see as well what I did with the Shadow Root, the Kendra SM, and then how icy her hair looks compared to the very golden color, or the golden blonde that it was. So just take little section by little section, make sure it's really on the thinner side, so you can saturate completely. So just move up the head, working towards the front. I had to get up now, damn it. I like being as lazy as possible, but I had to get up to see what I'm doing. You want to make sure you stand front and center, or center and behind the section. So yeah, I'm just working my way up. You guys, like I said, you know, it's your own creative license on what sections you're gonna do. So yeah, you're watching me figure this out as I go. I was really happy with the outcome. You guys are gonna see the outcome in a minute. And so have fun with this. I hope you guys like the technique, and just continue to have fun with it. I'm doing the side pieces right here a lot, pretty much the same way that I did the back. That pink was one of my favorites, so I used that a lot. The coral was another one of my favorites. This is one of the few times you're going to see me apply direct dye using a color brush. Typically, to really, really get it in there and really, really saturate it, because you know you guys have to saturate the heck out of direct dyes, because there's no ammonia to direct dye, so there's nothing to swell the cuticle and help drive the color in. So you have to physically really work it in there. So this is one of the very few times I'm using a brush. And then I'm just section by section isolating it between using the mesh and using the Fragmented foils. And I used a Fragmented brush as well. So she's already got her makeup almost done. I just noticed that. It's been a long time since we filmed this and did it, and so I'm finally editing it for you guys and getting it out there. I'm sorry if I posted the pictures on Instagram and you were like, where the hell is this at? So now's the time. And there's a little peek of what's going on. It's a little watermelon, yummy little section in there. This is like watching it all over again and experiencing it all over again as well with you guys as I do the voiceover and get ready to publish this. I was so happy with the outcome, and I want you to know, have fun with this experiment. Like, look at this one. This is the next model, and I did dots. Instead of it being really linear and graphic, I colored her entire hair a violet, and then I went in with a beauty blending brush. You know how they're circular? I went in, I dabbed a little bit of color, direct dye also, on it, locked in, and then I used it kind of as a stencil, and then I created little circular images on her hair. So have fun with it. I used the lines for the fragments and then circular fragments. So this is surface painting. Locked in allows you to do that. You guys have a blast with it. I did. And so just step outside of your box, create some fun things, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll definitely be posting more. I appreciate the support. Follow me. Everything's going to be down below at Vivid Artistic Hair Design. I thank you guys so much.